The Starfish Story, Making a Difference. Early one morning, an elderly man walked along the beach just as the sun began to rise. The shore was peaceful, the waves gently lapping at the sand, but as he walked further, he noticed something unusual. Scattered across the beach were thousands of starfish, washed ashore by the night's strong tide. The beach stretched for miles, and the starfish lay stranded, unable to make their way back into the ocean. The man, realizing the fate that awaited these starfish, knew they would soon die under the heat of the rising sun if they were not returned to the sea. Without hesitation, he bent down, picked up a starfish, and tossed it gently back into the water. Then he bent down again, repeating the act, one starfish after another. As he continued this seemingly endless task, a young man who was jogging along the beach came upon the scene. From a distance, the young man could see the beach blanketed with starfish, far too many for anyone to save. As he drew nearer, he saw the old man continuing his quiet work of picking up the starfish, one by one, and throwing them into the sea. The young man, puzzled by the old man's actions, approached him. "Old man," he said, "why are you doing this? Look at this beach. There are thousands of starfish stranded here. You can't possibly save them all. What difference can you make? What does it matter?" The old man paused, looked at the young man, and then turned to look at the multitude of starfish scattered across the shore. Without saying a word, he bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it gently into the ocean. As the starfish disappeared beneath the waves, he looked back at the young man and said, "It made a difference to that one." The young man stood still, reflecting on the old man's words. He realized the wisdom in this simple act. Even though the old man could not save every starfish, his efforts were not in vain. Each starfish that was returned to the sea would live because of the old man's kindness. It was not about saving all of them, but about making a difference where he could. After a moment, the young man smiled, bent down, picked up a starfish, and threw it into the ocean. Then, together, the two men continued walking along the shore, picking up starfish and throwing them back into the sea, one by one. The lesson. This story holds a powerful message about the value of individual actions. In a world filled with overwhelming challenges, it is easy to feel insignificant or helpless, believing that our small efforts cannot make a difference. But as the old man demonstrated, even the smallest act of kindness has an impact. Each time we help another person, no matter how small the gesture, we create positive change. The story also teaches us that we don't need to solve all the world's problems at once. Instead, we can focus on what is within our reach, helping those around us, one step at a time. Our efforts may seem small in the grand scheme of things, but they matter to the ones who are affected. Just like the starfish, one life can be changed by one small action. The takeaway: you don't need to save the world to make a difference. Every small act of kindness you do, whether helping a friend, offering support to a stranger, or contributing to your community, matters. The impact you make might seem insignificant in the larger picture, but for the person whose life you've touched, it could mean everything.